Hello everyone and welcome back to me doing more of these One Piece cover stories. Today we are doing 3 cover stories, but they're a little bit longer. They're from the decks of the world, Caribou's Kehihihihi in the New World, and Solo Journey of Jinbe, Night of the Sea. So 3 cover stories that we're doing today. Now, before we get any comments about how, these ones you're not supposed to watch, or this one had a spoiler or whatever, this has been fully discussed, and you can read, these comments. I have been well informed, and with this information going into it, I'm the one who made the decision to watch these, so you can pause it and read those. But I'm the one who made the decision to watch these, even though, it's arguable when you should watch them. I'm happy to watch it right here and now. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be watching these. I'm excited for it because I really like the cover stories, and I have found in the past that even the cover stories that I didn't really like that much, when they came back around in the show, like those characters or anything like that, it made me appreciate them more. So I'm excited to jump into these. Let's go basically right away, except for me telling you to support the video if you can. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please make sure to support the video because it really helps me out. I'm a small channel and I could really use the help. And go to my Patreon account if you want, first of all, to be the first person to recommend stuff for me. Like, this was obviously recommended on my Patreon account. But you also get 20 episodes early. You get full-length versions of these reactions. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get a week early on edited videos on this channel. So there's so much you can do to support me if you could. If you can't, that's fine. The best thing for you to do then is just to like the video and comment down below. That stuff helps me out a lot as well. So let's jump into these side stories. I don't know what we're going to get into. Let's do it. So the first one is called From the Decks of the World. That title doesn't give me anything. Like the other two, I know it's probably going to be about Caribou and about Jimbei. But this one, I don't know what From the Decks of the World could be. So let's just jump right into it and find out. Here we go. I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna turn off the sound because the sound is normally like music that I don't know if I have, whatever. The Straw Hat Pirates' return has been made known to the public. Okay. Luffy's friends in Fuchsia Village celebrate his return, and Whoop Slap is as frustrated as ever. Makino has a baby. Oh, right. Is this guy Whoop Slap? I've never really known his name. Makino has a baby? With who? Who the fuck? But also, that's very sweet. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad you're happy, Makino. The Dardan family celebrate after learning the news. Very nice. I'm happy to see that as well. Biker trains... Oh, Rika. Not Biker. Rika trains as a waitress at the Shellstown Marine Base. I didn't even think about the fact that Rika's 2 years older now. She's growing up before our very eyes. And we can see Luffy down there. Oh, this is adorable. I'm loving this so far. Koshiro visits Kuina's grave to inform her about Zoro. Oh, that's nice, but I don't think Kuina's gonna really take it in. Chow Chow, shit! Chow Chow and Maya Boodle open a new pet food shop in Orange Town. Oh, that's awesome! Gaimon meets a new friend, Sarfunkel, on the island of rare animals. Well, that's cool. Cool design, honestly. The former Usopp pirates have grown up in Syrup Village and continue to wear their Jolly Roger. Look at them! I love like checking back in with the kids and seeing that they've all grown up. That's so cool. Kaya continues their studies while Mary fends off potential suitors. That's awesome. Every time that we see Mary, I'm shocked. Because like in my head, live action is canon. Like whenever I'm watching it, in my head I'm like, well, isn't Mary dead? But no, Mary only died in the live action. He almost died. He basically should have died in the anime, but obviously Oda didn't kill him off. But like it's just very funny every time I see him here. Yosaku and Johnny had elected to remain in Kokiyashi Village, where they work as fishermen on the new boat to the Bounty Maru. Nice. I like that. Look at them, actually. They've come a long way. Zeph is shown smiling at the news while reading the newspaper. Baratier has expanded with HQ undergoing major renovations. Whoa. Hang on. Oh, I'd love to go back and see the Baratier and see how far it's come. 2 new ships have been added, including the desert submarine Sister Anko. That's awesome! The hot plate teppanyaki expansion ship Nasugashira was also added. That's so cool. Like, I feel like the Baratier coming back in the story. Look at it, Sanji! I just realized. I feel like the Baratier coming back in the story would be awesome if they've done all these expansions. This is cool. Nami's family and friends learn of the Straw Hat's return. Genzo is once again outraged by Nami's scantily clad appearance. Bellmare now has a stone memorial at her grave. That's nice. That's so good. I mean, yeah, like, Nami's wanted posters are like super sexy, essentially. So I can understand him having this reaction. Aw, that's really nice. Ippon Matsu shows his wife a cleaned up bathroom with a huge picture of Zoro on the wall in Logetown. Oh, this guy! What the heck? That is a weird character to check in with. I was not thinking about him in the slightest. Crocus is talking with an unknown person with Laboon in the background at Twin Cape. An unknown person? I wonder who that could be. Mr. Nine and Miss Monday. Whoa, these characters who survived their encounter with Mr. Five and Miss Valentine are now bounty hunters at Whiskey Peak. They also have a child. Wait, together? Are they a thing? Are they a couple? I always liked Miss Monday. I think because Miss Monday had like a really high voice, right? Like, was a huge jacked woman, but also had like a very high voice. I really liked her, and Mr. Nine ended up, I remember, being very honorable at the end and like protecting Vivi. So I like these characters. They got a baby. That's awesome. Dory and Broggy are still fighting in Little Garden. Now out of weapons, they've resorted to fists. That makes sense. Wapo has gained the support of the world nobles and has become king of the evil Black Drum Kingdom. Oh no. What the fuck does that mean? Oh god. Dalton has made the Lapans into peacekeeping troops. Oh, cool. Good job, Dalton. The issue 20 have expanded and are now the issue 100. They open a medical center under Dr. Kureha in Drum Castle. That's great. Koza is now Alabaster's Royal Minister of Environment. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, look at him. He's come a long way too. He looks quite mature. I mean, he actually looks younger, but he looks more comfortable. Chaka, Pell, and Igaram are getting new clothes fitted for this year's revelry. A Kung Fu Dugong photobombs the appearance. Aww. That's really cool. Vivi is 18 years old now. She continues to roam with Karoo and Eyelash. Oh, look at her. Oh, I'm so happy. Nefertari Cobra is seen sick in bed. Vivi visits her father. Oh, he's sick. Oh, is he gonna die soon and Vivi's gonna take over? The Sarayama Alliance are going on another adventure searching for the Island of Dreams Nakroa. Oh, yeah, these guys. Oh my gosh, sometimes it takes me a second. The South Bird, the Straw Hats, had captured, returned to Jaya, and fell in love with the North Bird. I don't give a fuck. I truly don't give a shit about the South Bird. Skypiea opened Rubber Band Land, a theme park, thanks to Usopp, who gave them a huge amount of rubber bands. There's like a statue of him. That's really funny. This is a lot of crazy shit. Nola works as a bungee ride, and Isa is the Cloud Ball girl. Wait, look at her. Look at all these characters growing up. Man, this is the best part about the time skip. Conus and Lucky opening Pumpkin Cafe with Papagia Pagaya and McKinley as customers. It takes me a second. Oh my gosh. I'm just like taking in their new designs, especially. I mean, I feel like Konus has changed a little bit. Although, technically, I only really know her anime design, not really her manga design. Sometimes they are slightly different. But very nice. Very cute. Wiper, Kamakiri, Braham, and Gembo have become guards for the god of Skypiea. Nice. They look pretty sick. Look at him. Ganful, Pierre, and the Shandia chief have become good friends, sharing pumpkin juice together. Makes sense. Tonjit is reading the newspaper while his grandchildren are playing with him and his horse. That's great. Aww. Chimney is seen at the shift station. Chimney's grown up! I didn't even think about Chimney! With Gombe, where she has become Sunday station master. Look at her! Good job, Chimney. She's wearing the big hat. Amazing. Very proud. Kokono and Yokozuna are swimming and enjoying their vacation while learning about the Straw Hat's whereabouts. Very nice. Oh my gosh, I just realized what she's wearing. Mozu and Kiwi are now own a bar where they're telling customers about their relation to Straw Hat and Frankie. Lola and the Risky Brothers are there as customers. Oh, Lola and the Risky Brothers. That's cool. Great. Glad to see it. Those are characters I never thought would meet. Iceberg chose candidate 153 as his new secretary. She is now 10 years old. Candidate 153. Look at her. That's kind of awesome. I feel like that could be an awesome character if we ever came back. Wait, I see Tyrannosaurus down there. Look at him. He was like almost hidden by the text box. Paulie, Towerstone, and Peeply Lulu are seen celebrating as the Galila company has completed the new sea train, the Puffing Ice. That's cool. Good job. Man, there's some big things that happened, but it has been 2 years. Zambay, Kiev, and Tamagon now work for Galila and are responsible for overseeing operations outside of Order 7. Awesome. Wait, that's really cool. That's very fitting for them. Perona has gone back to Thriller Bark and found Kumashi. Yay! That's oddly adorable. Disco, now a vagrant, is seen in front of the ruins of the human auctioning house. He has daggers through the wanted posters of the supernovas that ruined the business, suggesting a grudge. Okay, dude. I kinda don't give a fuck. You can screw yourself. Hannibal has replaced Magellan finally as the new Impo Down warden, while Domino has replaced Shieleu as the new head jailer. Interesting. Well, you know, you fought hard for it, man. I respect it. Impo Down has a new jailer beast, Minnow Chihuahua. Okay. Sadi has fallen in love with the newly appointed Vice Warden Magellan. Saudet has grown taller. Whoa, he's grown a lot taller. Jesus, look at him. Magellan is now the Vice Warden. Oh, really? That's interesting. Bentham is the new Queen of Impel Down, level 5.5, New Karmaland. Oh. 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 Wait. That is very fitting and awesome. That makes a lot of sense. Ivankov is reading a newspaper about the Straw Hats reunion. Great. Very nice. The graves of Edward Newgate and Port Gusty Ace are seen after the 2 years. A newspaper has been placed in front of Ace's grave, along with a bottle of sake and 3 serving cups. Oh. And now some colored manga covers. Awesome. I always love this part of the video where I just get to see some of these colored covers. Look at that. What an inspired cover. He comes up with some really beautiful, like, fun cover ideas. Oh my gosh. Like, look at these colors. He makes the most of the colors when he's given them. Whoa. That's awesome. Is that like the New World designs? It looks like them. Oh, nice. It's a crossover. Very cool. Oh, what am I looking at though? Oh, there's like little elephant things. Oh, they're like building like a birdhouse type thing for these elephant bird things. Cute. Nami caught one in her hat. And then, oh, look, Shirahoshi. That's awesome. That's so good. Okay. That was really good. That was from, when it said from the depths of the world, I did kind of hope like, oh, does that mean it's going to be a bit of everyone? And it was a bit of everyone. I'm less excited about these next two because the cover stories always focus on characters I don't care about as much. Caribou, I don't care about that much, although, but maybe. I mean, I guess it depends. We'll see. I think he's an interesting character, but we just saw him, you know? And I kind of have the same feeling about Jimbei, where it's like, with Jimbei, I love Jimbei. I really, really love him. We've seen so much of him now. Like, he's been in the show pretty consistently since, what's it called? Since the Marineford arc, essentially. So, so I've seen quite a lot of him. So, but I mean, let's see how the how this goes. So, a scream resounds from Mermaid Cove. Don't run away, mermaids. Caribou turned out to be fine after his fight with Peckhams. Okay, shit. See, this is what I was worried about. This is exactly what I said. In the end, Kehihihihi. Jimbei the man. Yes. Okay, good. Jimbei's there to protect them. That's awesome. Taken away by Jimbei-san. Okay, so Jimbei tied him up, put him in a barrel, and is now taking him somewhere. Caribou appears. Can Jimbei take him all? Surely, right? Going beyond the sea at fishman speed. Oh, he just fucking got away from them. That's really cool. Arrival with the ruined Marine Branch G5. Ooh. This is cool. Commodore Yarasugi picks up too many things that are too good. What a weird way to phrase that. Yeah. Oh, look at him. Oh, look. They were planning shit. For the sake of brother versus G5. Some of the wording on these is very weird. Caribou Pirates versus Marine G5. Yep, there we go. They're fighting. They're fighting it out. Caribou's trying to save him. Caribou managed to cut down the stake and saved Caribou. Okay, well, that's good at least. I mean, like, I think it's nice. Caribou takes advantage of the chaos and flees on his cruise ship, leaving his brother and all the followers behind. What a fucking scumbag! The ship later got caught up in large waves and Caribou was forced to flee the ship by rowing on a small rowboat. My god, this dude's such a douche and he gets himself in so much trouble. Having barely escaped with his life on the sea, he arrives on an unknown island which happened to be one of Kaido's favorite islands. Oh. After passing out due to having succumbed to his injuries, he later woke up to find an old lady nursing him back to health. Okay, nice. Caribou ate the woman's pie and stole her jewelry while she slept. This dude cannot fucking stop himself from being a piece of shit. After she woke up, she gave him a lunchbox filled with meat pies and directions to the harbor. I like how it's like a metal box and it says meat pie on the side of it, just in case. While working towards the port, he saw some people calling him Commander Gabaru. The old lady suddenly appeared, throwing stones at the men and rescued Caribou in the process. Who is this old lady? She's kind of a legend. Off to the harbor, my boy. I can't believe he stole from her. Piece of shit. Before getting there, he doubled back out of curiosity, only to find the men from earlier still feverishly looking for him. While stealthily looking around, he stumbles upon a weapons factory. Oh yeah, he's the sludge. I was trying to look for where he was. Caribou saw a gathering of the soldiers, showing a banner of their revolutionary leader, Commander Gabaru, who bears an uncanny resemblance to Caribou. Yeah, I mean those lips. I like how they framed this, like where you can see both of them and you can see why they look the same and why people would confuse them. After the soldiers begin to revolt, the revolution is put down by Kaido's subordinate Scotch as Caribou watches terrified. That's pretty fucking cool though. Scotch. I think we saw Scotch, right? Like we saw him before? I think so. After defeating the revolution, Scotch looks down on them. Scotch has a pretty sick design. I really like it. Caribou then enters the old lady's house and is horrified to see her lying on the ground surrounded by fire. Oh my gosh. Is he gonna do his one good deed? The meat-loving Commander Gabaru was Granny's deceased grandson. Well, that's sad. She soon wakes up and tries to prevent Caribou from fighting, begging him to run away as she believes the pirate to be her grandson. Her house is then broken into by Scotch and wastes no time in attacking her, greatly shocking Caribou. Yeah, Jesus, man. Attacking an old lady like that? The old woman, still thinking Caribou was Gabaru, steps in between Scotch and Caribou, preparing to fight Scotch. Jeez, she is a G. A big escape. Wow. And Scotch seems like a badass. I'm very curious to see what Scotch is going to be like if we come across him. Caribou runs into his brother, Caribou, and crewmates who have escaped from the G5 Marines with a stolen Marine ship. Why'd they come back for you? I mean, I know, because you're brothers. It's just, oh my god. Our departed grandma always said, no matter what happens, brothers must get along. Makes sense. And they're doing like a parallel between like their grandmother was important to them and a grandmother saved him. Scotch captures Gabaru's grandmother and is about to kill her as an example. Holy shit, Scotch is like brutal. When a marine ship is seen arriving in the distance, so it's gonna drop her. Ship is down Caribou and its crew, the former posing as Commander Gabaru. Oh, nice. Once back on the ground, they waste no time engaging Scotch in battle while simultaneously freeing the workers and Gabaru's grandmother. Okay, so he is doing a bit of a good deed here. Drink this, ruler Scotch. Caribou appears to quickly gain an advantage against Scotch, choking him with his devil fruit powers. Wow. Maybe we won't come across Scotch. Maybe this is it. But he's so cool. After defeating Scotch, Caribou and his crew, along with the revolutionaries, destroy the factory and bring it crashing down. Jeez. They all celebrate their victory. Gabaru the hero. Man, so Scotch was defeated. Man. Okay. A dinosaur appears? What? Why? The Titanic lizard soon turns back into X-Drake and drags Caribou off to parts unknown. Right, that makes sense. Or Diaz Drake? What's his name? For grandson, who is sacrificing himself against a strong opponent, at least have the last meat pie. Drake takes Caribou on a ship and sails out to sea as the revolutionaries, the old woman and Caribou's crew, bids them farewell. Interesting. Granny remembers. Gabaru shouted out, "Grandma must be protected." Thank you, Pirate Caribou, who is as sweet my grandson. Granny knows from the start that her grandson is already dead. Granny rocks. Caribou crew shocks. What is this part of the subtitle for? Okay, that was decent. Here are some color spreads. Okay. It's like a Big Ben in the background and stuff. That's nice. Oh, that is cool. Wait, I see all of Perina's ghosts. Is Perina there somewhere? Hang on, I gotta scan this image. I don't think she is, right? So, but just because it's like a Halloween-y image, Thriller Bark-esque image. Wait, Trick or Meat? Whiskey or beer? These are great. Trick or Meat is genius. Okay. I can't even tell what. It's just, oh, it's just a clock face. And Frankie is the clock. That's great. I mean, not Frankie, Brooke. Why did I say Frankie? Oh my god. I mean, look at... I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. I thought there was you could see a little nipple there. It really looks like it. The coloration changes there, but I think it's just the shading. Like her skin gets a bit more like, you know, darker around the edges, and the shading makes it look like... Jeez, man, I thought that was an insane... I mean, it's still pretty insane, but I thought it was more insane than it was. What do we got here? Oh my god. That's pretty cool. Oh, I really like this one. Some nice stuff going on there. Oh, they're on the those little swings that like hang off chains in the air and they spin around. That's cute. I like that. Oh my gosh. Nice little water park type thing. Man, there's some insane ideas that they have for these cover photos. Whoa! It's all the mermaids. Oh, this is the mermaid cafe. That's very nice. That's very cool. Of course, Sanji's having the time of his life back there. Woman... What does it say? Woman live how we want? Oh, we can live... I really thought it was woman live how we want. Oh, and it's all of them as kids below all of them as adults. So that's really cool. That's so great. Okay, that ended up being decent. I still think it's like these cover stories have a theme, which is just like, hey, let's take these despicable characters and give them like not a sob story necessarily, but them like a little tiny redemption thing in these cover stories, which is like, I think that is kind of a good idea. But like at the same time, it's like, I know how despicable they are. And so I'm actually just kind of hoping for them to get captured instead of living their life in freedom, free of consequences because they did a good deed. Because Caribou is a piece of shit. It was the same as Walpole. Like, Walpole and Caribou, I did not empathize with in the slightest. I think Caribou is a cooler character than Walpole is, to be honest. But both of them I have, like, no empathy for, so I'm not rooting for them in that situation. I thought Scotch, when I saw Scotch, I was like, that's a really interesting design. So it felt like Scotch would be a character that they'd be using for the show later on, but I guess not. Like, I thought they would be using him for whenever we do come across Kaido, he would be one of the main people we come across, but I guess not, because I feel like if he's the kind of guy to just be beat by Caribou, he's probably not strong enough, because like we handled Caribou pretty simply, pretty easily now, you know. He's a step below us. So I feel like, you know, by the time we meet Kaido, we're going to be a few steps up. I think Scotch would have, if Scotch was a main character there, he would have to be a bit stronger than that. But I don't know. Alright, let's do Solo Journey of Jinbe, Night of the Sea, the last one we're doing in this video. After depositing Caribou at the G5 base, Jinbe journeys through the ocean. Many fish, sharks, my reading sometimes is so terrible. Fish, sharks, sea turtles, jellyfish, squids, and other creatures follow after him, apparently happy to see him. I mean, why wouldn't you be? It's fucking Jinbe. If I was the fish, I'd be following him everywhere. Shortly afterwards, a baby sea cat comes up beside Jinbe, crying due to being lost. Some of the fish nearby appear sympathetic, and Jinbe looks on as the sea kitten looks to him for help. Okay, is it gonna be about him helping a fish? Is that what this cover story is about? Jinbe then takes the sea kitten to a sea dog police officer. What? What is this? What's going on? Sea Dog police officer realizes that he lives in the same town as the Seekitten and leads the way for Jimbei, smiling widely at the Seekitten who dries her tears as they follow him. This is fucking wild. The town appears to have been completely disappeared, which causes the Seekitten to start crying again. What? Why? Did it wash away? The whole town did? During their search for evidence, the officer finds his house alone, which has been flipped sideways. Someone flipped it? The Seekitten and Jimbei discover a sinking ship nearby. Is this leading to something, like, wild or what? Jimbei manages to push it back up to the surface, much to the relief of the passengers on board. They were still on board? Jesus! Whew! That was close. He then receives a newspaper from the grateful passengers and is promptly shocked when he reads the news of a Straw Hats and Heart Pirates alliance. Interesting. This might be the tease? Maybe? Again, as Jimbei reads the article stating that various giant sea beasts were attacking a port town. What? No. I hate sea beasts. Actually, no. They were kind of cool in the previous arc at the end. Jimbei then decides to look around the port town from the newspaper. Okay. Jimbei then discovers that the ruins that had destroyed the port town were in fact remnants of the Seekitten's town. So wait, but, huh? The locals explained to him that monsters and ruins began to attack their ships and destroy their city respectively as offerings to them disappeared. Monsters and ruins began to attack their ships and destroy their city respectively as offerings to them disappeared. Oh, as they had, like, no longer had offerings for... Okay, sometimes these sentences, like, are clearly written by someone who English isn't their first language, and sometimes they make very little sense. The word respectively, I guess, attack their ships and destroy their city respectively, but I don't think you would... I don't think you should put respectively there. You would say attack and destroy their ships and cities respectively, or cut it out, attack their ships and destroy their city. I feel like anyway. Jimbei goes to see a large amount of offerings missing from the designated spot. What are the offerings? Are they just like money or people? Food? Almost immediately after, both the Sea Dog officer and his home fall into the ruins. No! Oh my god. Jimbei spots a shadow retreating back into the ocean and gives chase. What was it? Some sort of sea beast? Jimbei finds the offerings as well as the thief, who turns out to be none other than Wadatsumi, posing as a sea god. That makes sense. Okay, it's all coming together now. The gigantic fishman reveals that he is the one responsible for the destruction towards the Seekitten's hometown, believing the houses to belong to the humans who put up the offerings. I see. Okay. Yeah, so he just fucked around with things because he's a moron. What a stupid character. Yes, I see your thought process. Very nice. Jimbei scolded Wadatsumi for his carelessness. Yeah, I mean, as you should be. Someone, like, Wadatsumi's a child, like, essentially, you know? And he has the maturity of a child. Someone needs to do something. Take care of him. The sea beast misunderstandings. Okay, yeah, they saw it, and then they got pissed off because they saw it was in the town. Makes sense. Wadatsumi and the sea monsters apologized to the sea kitten and the townsfolk. Well, that's nice, at least. They made up. But it will also, you did some fucked up shit. So, make it up to them somehow. While inspecting the ruins, Jimbei's shocked to find a poneglyph. Ooh, get Nico Robin over here, ASAP. Write down all the shit on that poneglyph, quick, and then find Nico Robin. The ruins of the Sea Kitten's town are returned to the ocean via the harbour. Good. I'm glad to hear that. They solved their mistake. The rescued sailors wave goodbye to Jinbei and the citizens of the town, and they sail away on the sea monster's back. Okay. That night banquet is hosted, and Wadatsumi and the sea monsters in attendance. Cute. Although, get Wadatsumi out. The following day, Wadatsumi asked Jinbei if he could go with him on his journey. I mean, honestly, it's probably a good idea. As I said, Wadatsumi kind of needs like a parental figure, and I've said Jinbei is a good parental figure. Jinbei agrees, and with a new kimono for Jinbei and the poneglyph, the two set sail. He's bringing the poneglyph? Wait, I thought they were just going to have it in the town. He's just carrying a poneglyph around? Cool. Alright, and some spreads. Catching some fish. Very nice. Whoa! Riding a chariot or some shit? Some type of cool chariot. I really like that. Sometimes I have to like adjust my eyes to these to get the angle right, because I didn't realize I was like looking down at it from top down for a second. Nami's in like a school outfit, you know, like a classic school outfit. There's a bunny over here, just like some random rabbits around. There's several of them. There's 3 I can see, at least. Aww. Oh, this is cute. I really like it. Usopp riding Nami and Nika Robin. It's very cool. I bet Sanji and Brook really wanted to be on the same bike as those two. But I've said this before. I like that Usopp is like just like Usopp and Nami have like a weird friendship going on. So much so that Nami is so comfortable around Usopp. Like this is, I feel like this is one of the only people that Nami would be comfortable to like, you know, to, I mean, obviously they're just holding it on like on a bike. This is how you normally hold on a bike. There's nothing, you don't have to sexualize this. But I'm saying like sometimes people would still feel uncomfortable doing this with certain people. But Usopp and Nami, they have like a rapport together where it's like they're super comfortable with that. And I always really like it. Like it's a subtle character dynamic that Oda does use quite a lot. Oh, look at this. What I like about this one specifically is them all having their own like mirror makes it less visually cluttered. Like sometimes I can't tell what's going on. With this one, I can very clearly tell each individual thing that's going on, and it's great. I mean, Nami's picking out an outfit, Nika Robin's doing her makeup, Chopper's getting himself washed up, Usopp's trying out something new. Wait, I just realized like this is sort of Doflamingo-esque, right? This right here. I immediately was trying to see if the other characters were... It's hard to tell. Are the other characters doing outfits as well? Because they kind of... Like, it feels like Sanji's is a reference to Doflamingo's outfit. But I feel like Frankie and Zoro, at least, like, those outfits look familiar to me. But I'm not sure. So, like, are these outfits references to stuff? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's very cool nonetheless. Come on, give me the next one. Okay. See what I mean about, like, sometimes it's so hard to tell what's going on? Like, I have to figure out whose limb is what. What the fuck is this? What? There's a zombie girl eating Sanji right now. Jesus, man. And Nami is the only one... Oh, no. Nami and Usopp are the only one appropriately terrified. Oh, and Brook. Brook is as well. They're, like, appropriately terrified. Everyone else doesn't give a fuck. Sanji's happy to be getting head. Should I say that? Zoro's hanging out with one of the zombies. Frankie's dancing with them. Nika Robin's never going to be bothered by anything. She's actually feeding one of them. That's great. Is that a zombie Cheshire cat? Oh my gosh, there's so much bullshit going on here. Alright, okay, alright, we're done. Okay, those were the cover stories. Very nice. So now we've done a total of 14 cover stories. And those were the 3 longest ones, I think. Yeah, like back to back to back. We had 3 very long ones. But I liked them. I think the Jimbei one was surprisingly the one that I liked the least, and the reason behind that is like it's focused on like mostly sea beasts and fish and stuff. I've talked about it on the channel a lot. I don't really care about the animal stories as much. So Jimbei's story I wasn't as interested in. But I didn't mind Caribou's. I thought Caribou's was pretty decent. And the From the Deck to the World one is awesome. That just gave me the feeling of like when the anime goes and checks in on everyone and we see like where they've all, like how far they've come and stuff. That's always so exciting. Big takeaways, like all the kids have grown up, and Makino has a kid, like there's some big takeaways in there. Nefertari Cobra is dying though. Like, I don't know if he's dying. He was just sick. He could be fine. But whenever you see a character sick, especially when they're like an older character and when their death will mean something in terms of the politics of the series, I feel like they're foreshadowing he's gonna die. And if that happens, then I think Vivi takes over. And so she'd be a queen when we came back. I don't know. All right. Anyway, that is the One Piece cover stories. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.